Hey, what's up, guys? It's Halfway, broadcasting from around the world in phenomenal Pen, Cambodia. What's up, everybody? So today, guys, I want to talk a little bit about football. Not not about soccer, but about football. Because, well, I'll get into the because in a minute. But okay, so just going back to that. Obviously, in America, we call football, American football is football, and soccer is soccer. Now, living internationally, especially here in Cambodia and Phnom Penh, a lot of the foreigners that you meet, that you work with, that you hang out with, that you befriend, are often going to be, a lot of times, people from other countries rather than the US. Actually, I feel like most foreigners I meet here are not from the US. So people say a lot of different things. They have a lot of different words and/or even spelling of different words that you generally know what people mean, but it's like annoying. But so something like football, I basically had to have adapted to calling soccer football because the local people call it football and most of the foreigners call it football, and it's football, soccer here is a very popular sport, so it comes up. The conversation of soccer comes up more than I'd like it to. But that being said, so I'm going to talk today a little bit about American football and what's going on with that. And I know, like, another YouTuber putting in his 2 cents of, political philosophy, whatever. But I'm going to do it because I think it actually, it means something to me, and I understand a little bit of the concept behind it or whatever. So that being said, the situation with the American Football League and people kneeling or joining arms in solidarity is getting a lot of heat. It's been getting a lot of heat since Kaepernick started this last year. And it's funny because I remember when he started it last year, like, so many people that were against it were furiously against it. And then B, also so many people saying, like, it's disrespectful and it's not going to accomplish anything. There's no point in doing this. Protests never accomplish anything, which definitely isn't true. Protests, historically, especially in the U.S. and around the world, have accomplished a lot of things. But obviously the biggest question people talk about is, it's disrespectful. And of course the counter-argument to that is, it's not something, he's not protesting the national anthem. He's not protesting the flag. He's not protesting, or by he, I meant Kaepernick, but all the players that are involved in this now, they're not protesting the flag or the anthem or the country. The protest is essentially about, specifically, police violence and brutality against African Americans, black folks, minorities, as well as just the systemic racism and issues that we have in America. Now, to the people who said, this will never accomplish anything, it's not doing anything, it already is. Like, I see so many people talking now that at least, even people that are against him doing this, saying it's so disrespectful and it's a terrible thing to do, they're at least saying, well, okay, at least, racism is a problem in America. We all understand that, but this isn't the way to do it. But I see more people now that are, saying, openly, saying, like, okay, we understand racism is still a problem in the U.S. Now, then there's, people will counter that with, hey, in the 1800s there were slaves and now there's not slaves. Okay, so racism isn't as bad as it once was? Of course not. But is there still a systemic issue, socially and obviously judicially, with racism? Of course. And we can get into facts about how white people, black people use let's say weed at the same exact rate, but black folks are incarcerated way more at much higher rates. You never see, like, cops going through, quote unquote, white neighborhoods and stopping and frisking people. That just doesn't happen. It happens all the time in black neighborhoods. Not to mention, the formulation of what we call the ghetto, and just anything like that. Like, there's absolutely systemic racism in the U.S. It's empirically a fact. You can look at the numbers, you can look at the data, and it is absolutely true. And at least now, they are raising more awareness about it, and that's kind of the point. And again, like, peacefully protesting in a peaceful way, doing something that is obviously powerful. So people, again, who are like, well, they shouldn't be doing this, they should be doing some other kind of protest. Why? Like, obviously, this is something, if it's causing this much of a discussion, it's causing this many people to speak out against it, and they're not really doing anything bad, then obviously this was a great tactic. It's working. It's getting people to talk. It's getting people to notice. Like, if you'd rather have them sit, in the back corner somewhere where no one's going to see them and protest, what's the point of making that protest, So it is working. And again, they're not protesting the flag. They're not protesting the national anthem. They're not protesting America. They're protesting the inequalities that still exist to this day and raising awareness about it. And again, it's working. And then, like, I even see people, that are like memes people will post on Facebook, like talking about like somebody in the military, a soldier or a Marine or whatever, sailor, whatever, airman. This person isn't just sitting down during, something that they don't like. They're going out and fighting about it. And like, why don't you, do something if you want to, if you want to make a bigger thing about it, go out and like join the military. Which has nothing to do with this. The military has nothing to do with this protest, so that doesn't even make sense. But also, like, okay, I get it. So they're saying, like, this person's laying down their life for your freedom, so you have the ability to have the freedom to protest. Fine, fair enough. But the same person that's making that post, like, you're doing even less. Like, if your counter argument against them protesting during the national anthem is they should be joining the military to really, show how much they care about the country and that they want equal rights, then you should by default also quit your job and join the military, because otherwise your Facebook meme that you're posting as your way of counter protesting even has less value, if that makes sense. So I don't know, that's just my 2 cents on it. And then it even comes down to like people who are, this has been not a new thing, but I meet so many people in life that say, I don't like politics, I don't follow politics, I don't really care. On a personal level, like, everything in your life is essentially going to be politics. Like, every job you've had, like, I remember specifically one example. I was working at a hotel, and I remember one of the guys was like, oh, I really like the job here, I hate the politics. And there's no job that you're going to have that's not going to have politics. Anytime you have more than one person, you have politics. If it's you and your friend hanging out, trying to decide what you want to do for the day for fun, that's politics. Like, trying to come up with an idea of what you want to do. It's obviously on a really small scale, but the same thing with jobs. There's always going to be politics. And even on more of a macro scale, in life, anything in life is politics. Do you like paying taxes? Do you not like paying taxes? That's politics. Do you like freedom of speech? Do you not like freedom of speech? That's politics. Do you want free healthcare? Do you want any healthcare? Politics. Do you want food that has to go through certain standards before it's eaten by humans? Or do you just not care? Politics. Do you want potholes in your roads? Do you want people to have to pay to use the roads? Anything, every decision that even just is in our everyday life is politics. Do you want religion to be the most important thing where you live? Politics. And obviously I don't think politics and religion should mesh, but again, that's a political decision if they should or not. There's nothing in life practically that's not politics. So people that are saying, like, I don't like politics or I don't care about it, like, it's all politics. And I advise, like, reading up on it, learning as much as you can about politics, whatever your side is, but get facts and get actual information, and we can all educate each other. But yeah, so this is my little take on the protest during the anthem, and now it's even spreading. There was a baseball player that got in on it, and I imagine this is actually going to spread across football, baseball, basketball, maybe even football, because it's definitely an important thing, and I don't know. that's the thing too. Like, people are saying this is making the country so divided. It's not making the country divided. Actually, like, if anything, it's going to be pulling us closer together. Especially, it's going to be pulling us closer together with groups that are outside of our, general circle, or a lot of people's general circles. And this is something that can bring everybody together. Like, hey, let's all be more equal. Let's all have better rights. Let's all have more opportunities and more freedoms and all of that stuff. This is something that definitely can absolutely bring people together. And again, like, the discussion is already working. I already see people that I never would have thought in my life would have been like, all right, yeah, fine. Like, at least I'll admit, there's still some racism in America. And then I still see people that are on the opposite side. They're like, no, everything is exactly equal for everybody and nobody has a lesser chance than anyone else, which is bullshit for, not just this, for so many things. But guys, I don't know. Be open-minded, hopefully, and catch you guys later. Peace out. Halfway broadcasting around the world. Phenomenal Pen, Cambodia. Easy. All the links, all the social media will be in the description, of course, as always. All right, guys. Peace.